Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Lead In With Lorne. Happy holidays. Hey, one of the things and both the blogs and the podcasts that recently really resonated with people is the notion of exhaustion. And this feeling that we're having as we're navigating going forward, and this common kind of sense of stress that's hanging out there. And I was really struck by an article by a woman by the name of Louise Krauss in this Sunday's New York Times, and I want to quote it. She says, "We can't wait anymore. The stress we feel now isn't going to magically disappear, just as it never would have before the pandemic. The world has always been in shambles. There's only one thing we can control. How are we going to live in it?" And I don't want to just be trite about a statement like that, because it can feel like a little bit of a throwaway. Oh, right, just choose to live in a certain kind of way. But this idea about believing that your best days can be now, that we can create them now, I think is really important to navigate through this sense of exhaustion and stress in the workplace and as it integrates into our home life. Look, if you just pick up on the news articles, right? Does the South African variant that they're talking about now, does that weigh us down? Does any number of the things that happen in our daily news, does it potentially weigh us down? Of course, we have feelings about it. However, to her point, is that the world has always been in some level of shambles. To some extent, there's certainly sort of greater events than others. And we've just gone through one of those. And maybe we're still going through it. Maybe we always will to some extent in some kind of way. So that's kind of the one part of this message, because I think this is a real call for leadership for all of us, whether that we lead other people formally or we do it through influence. The second is that this idea about looking to live in a world that is emerging, not in the world that was. Some things and some behaviors that we experience in 19 will likely never, ever be the way we live going forward. It's just the way that we're going to embrace the things that have happened and we've learned over the last couple of years, and we put them to work for us. So if we can kind of decide that, we're not going to wait anymore for our best days to happen, we need to make them happen now, because we can have some influence on that. And then if we also decide, what to take forward with us as we move forward, to recognize that we don't want to hang on to and give nostalgia more credit than it's due. Let's do that. I just had a chance yesterday to watch this great Christmas movie, 8-Bit. It was a wonderful, wonderful movie. I really encourage all of you to watch it. It has nostalgia attached to it, as kids in the 80s were going towards trying to find their way to get Nintendo and gameplay in their lives. And it talked about some of the nostalgia of just being outside and doing things that kids do. Well, our best days in front of us need to include those human attributes that are resident in all of our generations, our time together, the conversations between people, all the things that can happen regardless of the technology. So it's a matter of hanging on to those and building on those wonderful things we need as humans, but not waiting and hoping for the past, but to translate that into new experiences that will be very memorable now, our best days now. I think that will help us navigate through the exhaustion and stress that some of us, all of us maybe are feeling. Certainly I am. And so this is as much for me as it is for you. And it's kind of my holiday wish for myself too, to start working harder around thinking about my best days right in front of me that I'm going to create, and the way I can influence that as well. So maybe that resonates with you. I hope it does. And we look forward to seeing you again next Monday for another lead in. Always, as always, join us in all our different social media. Be part of our conversation. We appreciate you're part of our best days. Thanks. Bye for now.